Boom, right there. How's it going, guys? Token vaping. Not really sure why I keep doing the boom thing because I know sometimes that gets a little weird, but boom, right there. So today's juice review is another flavor in an ongoing line that I've had the pleasure and honor of getting to know the people behind the scenes, running the show, so to speak. Great guys, real down to earth, real humble, all about the vaping community itself and about the everyday people. They're not worried about, to them, it's not a focus on how much money they can get out of people. It's more of what they can give to vapors so that they feel like it's worth what they're vaping. One of their biggest messages is it's not about how much it costs to make or sell a product. It's about what is in the product itself that makes it worthwhile. Without further ado, don't know why I'm having trouble saying that. The company is VanVal Vapors, and this is the flavor I will be doing a review on today. They were originally located in Montana. They did move to Washington State for a month or so. They were just trying to get things set up and everything else. They now have gone to Bozeman, I believe it is, in Montana, which is actually really cool. I have visited that place a little bit. So if I ever make a return trip to Montana, I do hope that I can meet up with these guys and, talk shop with them and actually get the honor of getting to meet them. The company is VanVal Vapors. They do have a website. It's called vanvalvapor.com. They are on Instagram. They are on Facebook as well. Definitely check them out. Give them some support and show them some love. They do have two lines for this company, which is actually really cool because it does open up a wide variety of flavors. They have a 7 Chakras line, which is what this flavor is from. And then they have another line, which is the August 8th, which is a more specific flavors, whereas in my opinion the 7 Chakras line is more combinations or mixes of flavors. The August 8th line is a more specific, and not, they're more general flavors. That's the wrong way I want to explain that. Just for instance, I have done a few videos for both lines at the moment. There are differences in the flavors. The August 8th line is probably more of the type of flavors that people are used to seeing across the board in general. 7 Chakras line is more of flavors that are specific to VanVal Vapors, and I guess you could say it's their more personal line of flavors that they are trying to get out specifically. So it does give you the nice combination of the both. Definitely a variety of flavors, no shortage of trying to figure out what type of flavor you like or things like that. Now, what is nice about this company is the wide variety of options that they give you to customize basically the size of your bottle and your nicotine level. For sizes, you can get them in a 17.5, which is this right here, which makes for a little convenient pocket bottle, a 65 mil, a 125, and a 210 mil. And as far as for nicotine, they try to accommodate as many people as possible because they do know that there is a wide variety of vapors with different styles and palettes and preferences out there. They do have a 0, a 1.5, a 3, a 4.5, a 6, a 7.5, a 9, a 10.5, and a 12. So even though they only stop at a 12, there is a huge range in between 0 and 12 for pretty much anybody, unless you're just switching over and you were a really heavy day-to-day smoker. But this is their bottle. This is their logo. Really simple, but it does pop. Now, before I go any further with that, there is a big back and forth controversy going on between vapors, non-vapors, other people involved, things like that, about labeling and marketing. I am here to specifically state, as a reviewer, it is not my place to judge pro or against for whether I agree or disagree with what a label is. That is completely different from a review. I may do a vlog later on about that, on my personal opinion for that, but I am not here to judge how a company sells their product. I am here just to review the flavor, whether it fits the profile, how it vapes, things like that. I just want to make sure that that's known, because there are other reviewers that are starting to get a lot of flack because they reviewed a flavor and everybody's jumping on them going, well, how come you did that one? Because you said you weren't a fan, blah, blah, blah. That's not what a review is. A review is simply just what is in the bottle, how it's presented, so to speak, and how it vapes. Just need to make that clear. But this is the bottle. It does have all the warning and ingredient labeling. It does have a security ring on this, so this is a first vape, first review. There is their nicotine level. There is the size down in here. There is the name of the flavor. This is Frosted Snaps. And then it has Max VG. All their flavors are Max VG. And it definitely shows, if you've seen my other videos, the cloud production on these are dead on. So this should be just another one that falls in line for that, but we will check out the flavor. Now, this is supposed to be, before it says Frosted Snaps, everybody assumes that it's cereal flavor. It is not. I don't know if they still make them. I wasn't a fan of them myself just because I'm not a huge cookie person. But when I was younger, there were cookies actually called Ginger Snaps that were kind of like a gingerbread cookie, or like a gingerbread style cookie with frosting on it. That's the flavor that this is actually supposed to be closer to. It's a cinnamon, hazelnut, and homemade frosting. It's a frosted gingerbread with kind of like a slight cinnamon roll taste on the exhale. So that's the flavor profile for this. So again, that's something I'm trying to help clear up, so that's what we're going to be going on. And as I stated, it is a first vape, first review, so it is going on a fresh wick, as you can see right here. Quick shout out to USV, United Society of Vape, for this handy little mod that I've now been using in my reviews. And as always, cotton of my choice, bing, Texas Tough Cotton. Not really sure what the sound effects are for. It's just me. Works really well. I like how it wicks. It's quick, it's easy, but I really like that it has no break-in time, so you pretty much get almost full flavor right off the bat. But I will put the link for that in the comment box. So we're going to go ahead and bust this open real quick, if I can. And these do come in handy little unicorn drippers. Now, depending on what tank you're using, if your fill port holes are a little tight, you can just transfer these into a regular unicorn bottle, but it is pretty convenient on most things that people are using nowadays. So it definitely has the gingerbread smell to it on the inhale. So I'm hoping that that is not the main focus of the flavor, but we will get to vape this and find out. So I'm going to go ahead and wick this up real quick. Silence. That's odd, because I normally don't have any. That was kind of odd for me. Not really sure why. Just doing a quick pre-burn. But I will go ahead and vape this. Now, as I have started doing in other videos as of late, I will do a vape or two on this, and then I will do a second vape after a quick re-drip, just to ensure that I'm not missing anything on the flavor, because sometimes you don't always get the full flavor right off your first vape. So I do want to make sure that I cover everything. So as you can see, I'm vaping at 75 watts. And this is going to be Frosted Snaps from the 7 Chakras line of VanVal vapors. So as you can see, Max VG wise, clouds are not a concern with this line at all. If you are a cloud chaser, you're definitely going to be content with these, as they are definitely more dense than some other ones I've come across. But that is one thing that they are fans of as well with the clouds, so that's why their Max VGs definitely produce a decent quality of them. So here's that second vape. Okay, flavor-wise, falls right in line with the rest of the flavors I've tried from this company. It's real solid, absolutely no throat hit. And as you saw, that was on a fresh wick, and no throat hit whatsoever. That Max VG definitely kicks. The cloud production is definitely dense, and it is very, very nice, especially if you are a cloud chaser. Flavor-wise, although I did smell a lot of the gingerbread style flavor on the inhale, I will be honest, it is nowhere near as strong in the vape as I thought it was going to be. So I was pleasantly surprised in a good way for that. But it definitely does have that gingerbread cookie style flavor to that. The frosting does come in on the undertone, so that it does give it a little bit of sweetness, so that it does smooth it out a bit. The tail end of it is, I would say, a lighter cinnamon roll without really being super strong on the cinnamon. Now, gratefully, I'm glad I don't taste any raisins whatsoever. I'm not a raisin fan. Can't stand them. They're weird looking. But they do have a nice, it does have a nice, overall the flavor has a really nice bakery taste to it, honestly. If you've, I've never actually had a gingerbread cookie like freshly baked and then the frosting put on it. If it tastes anything like this flavor does, then I can definitely see why people were such a fan of this cookie. But it definitely does have a very nice desserty type flavor to it without being too strong, and without being too heavy. For a dessert, like a cookie style flavor that they were going for, it definitely is a lot lighter of a vape than I would initially assume it's going to be. Definitely surprising in my opinion for me. And if you are a fan of this style of flavor, or if you even did like the gingerbread snap cookies, things like that, I would strongly suggest trying this flavor. It definitely would be something that I would be interested in hearing any type of feedback to find out how close it does resemble the actual cookie. But overall, VanVal Vapor, another knockout of the ballpark. Definitely keeping up on the consistency for a really well solid built line. Flavors are on point. Cloud production is impressive. So definitely keep up what you're doing. I am so humbled and honored to be able to do the reviews for you. As always, guys, check them out. It's vanvalvapors.com. They're on Instagram and Facebook. You can email them and call them directly as well. I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Anything that I myself can do to help further enhance your vaping experience, that's the only reason why I'm doing this. So please, let me know if there's anything I can help you out with, whether it's a question, comment, concern, a specific video that you'd like to see done. I will do everything in my power to make that happen. But until next time, no matter what, always remember, truly love yourself. Vape on, vape strong, guys.